Katie Holmes has finally decided to speak up, sharing some jaw-dropping truths about her relationship with Tom Cruise that have stayed under wraps for years. What she's about to reveal will completely change everything you thought you knew about their highly publicized marriage, the influence of Scientology, and the real reasons behind their abrupt and mysterious breakup. Stick around as we dive into the hidden story behind a Hollywood love affair that fascinated the world but came with a cost much bigger than just fame. The story of Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes kicked off in 2005, marking a huge turning point for both of them. Back then, Tom Cruise was already a Hollywood icon, one of the world's most famous and admired actors. With his undeniable charm, signature laugh, and youthful grin, Cruise had won over audiences worldwide in hit movie after hit movie. From his legendary role as Maverick, the daring pilot in Top Gun, to his heartfelt Oscar-nominated performance in Jerry Maguire, and of course, his thrilling portrayal of Ethan Hunt in the Mission Impossible series. Cruise was Hollywood royalty through and through. Katie Holmes, on the other hand, was best known for her role as Joey Potter, the smart and sincere girl next door on Dawson's Creek. Though she wasn't yet at Cruise's superstar level, Holmes was certainly on her way up. Her natural beauty, approachable charm, and relatable characters had won her a devoted fan base. Her public image was of a grounded, wholesome young woman, a refreshing contrast to the glitzy, larger-than-life personas of many Hollywood actresses. The way their paths crossed almost felt like fate with a hint of chance. Holmes, who grew up watching Cruise's movies, had openly admitted to having a crush on him as a young girl, even dreaming about marrying him one day. Little did she know that this childhood dream would soon become her reality. Their relationship took off like a whirlwind, breaking all the usual Hollywood dating norms. They made their first public appearance together in April 2005, and the world was instantly intrigued. There was a spark between them that everyone noticed. Cruise, the seasoned, confident superstar, and Holmes, the young, wide-eyed actress new to this level of fame. With Cruise being 16 years older, their relationship quickly became a favorite topic for tabloids. The romance wasn't just fast, it was also incredibly high-profile. Just a month after going public, Cruise created one of television's most unforgettable moments. In an interview on The Oprah Winfrey Show, he got so carried away with excitement that he jumped onto the couch, fists pumping, and declared, "I'm in love! I'm in love!" This over-the-top display was both surprising and endearing, leaving the audience in shock. That outburst captured the passion and intensity that defined the early days of their relationship, and the clip soon went viral, turning their romance into a major pop culture talking point. Katie Holmes, on her end, seemed completely swept up in the excitement. In interviews, she often shared her admiration for Cruise, describing their relationship as a dream come true. She once recalled those early days with a sense of wonder, saying, "When I met Tom, I was totally in love, and yes, I'd admired him growing up. It felt like I was on top of the world." For Holmes, being with Cruise wasn't just about romance. It was like living out a fantasy she'd held onto since her teenage years. Their relationship moved at lightning speed, surprising everyone. Just 2 months after they started dating, Cruise went all out and proposed to Holmes at the top of the Eiffel Tower in Paris. A bold and romantic gesture that matched the dramatic nature of their romance. The engagement was officially announced on June 17, 2005. And Cruise couldn't wait to show off the sparkling 5-carat diamond ring. Fans and the media felt like they were witnessing a real-life fairy tale unfolding. Then came even bigger news: they were expecting a baby. In October 2005, they shared that Holmes was pregnant, and in April 2006, they welcomed their daughter, Suri. The arrival of Suri created a media storm, especially since the couple decided to keep her out of the spotlight at first, which only stirred up more curiosity about their private lives. During this time, Cruise and Holmes were often hailed as Hollywood's golden couple. They were frequently seen together at red carpet events, looking happier than ever, always beaming and showing affection. To the world, they seemed like the picture-perfect love story, a charming, successful actor with his beautiful, adoring fiancée, both living out a fairy tale romance. But as idyllic as it seemed, the speed and intensity of their relationship started raising a few eyebrows. The quick engagement and Cruise's grand public declarations made some people wonder if things were as perfect as they appeared. There was speculation about whether Holmes, who was fairly new to handling such intense public attention, was ready for this high-profile life. Still, in those early days, their romance captured everyone's attention. It felt like a story too good to be true, a mix of love, passion, and a dream come true. And for a while, it truly looked like they were living the ultimate Hollywood love story, one destined to last forever. The wedding, a grand fairy tale. When Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes decided to get married, everyone knew it would be nothing short of spectacular. A celebration that would not only seal their commitment, but also highlight their status as one of Hollywood's most glamorous couples. The buzz around their wedding was huge, with fans and the media eagerly guessing every detail, from who'd be on the guest list to what Katie's dress would look like. And when the big day finally arrived, it was every bit as extravagant as expected, rivaling even the most lavish royal weddings. The couple chose November 18, 2006 for their big day, and they picked Odescalchi Castle in Bracciano, Italy, for the occasion. This stunning 15th century fortress, perched above Lake Bracciano, was as grand and romantic as their love story, perfectly fitting the fairy tale vibe that had surrounded them from the start. With its towering stone walls and ancient charm, the castle added a magical, timeless feel to the whole event. The guest list was packed with Hollywood's elite, featuring some of the biggest names in the industry who'd flown in from all corners of the world to be there. Among the star-studded crowd were Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, David and Victoria Beckham, Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony, plus Cruise's good friend and fellow Scientologist John Travolta. With so many high-profile guests, it was clear this wasn't just a wedding. It was a major cultural moment, an event that everyone was eager to see. Katie Holmes looked breathtaking in her custom Giorgio Armani gown, crafted just for her by the iconic designer. The dress was a true couture creation, featuring a fitted bodice, off-the-shoulder sleeves, and a long, elegant train that added a royal flair to her already stunning look. She completed her style with a delicate lace veil and a bouquet of cream-colored flowers that beautifully stood out against the castle's rich, historic setting. Meanwhile, Tom Cruise, in a classic Armani tuxedo, looked every bit the proud groom as he stood beside her, grinning with joy. The ceremony was a blend of romance, tradition, and a personal touch that reflected Cruise and Holmes's unique relationship, especially their ties to the Church of Scientology. The wedding, held with Scientology rituals, was expected given Cruise's well-known connection to the church, but still stirred curiosity and a bit of controversy. This was one of the few high-profile weddings performed with Scientology customs, adding an extra layer of intrigue for many onlookers. Scientology's role in the ceremony was evident in several aspects. The couple exchanged vows in a traditional Scientology service, highlighting themes of respect, trust, and personal integrity within marriage. Though a bit different from the vows people might see in other religious ceremonies, these words held deep meaning for Cruise and Holmes and represented the foundation they wanted for their marriage. Still, the inclusion of Scientology stirred some discomfort, both among some guests and the public. Katie Holmes, raised Catholic, reportedly converted to Scientology before the wedding, which sparked concern and speculation. Many saw this as a big shift from her roots and wondered if Cruise or the church had influenced her decision. This unease was also amplified by the broader public's often skeptical view of Scientology, which has faced its share of controversies over the years. The Church of Scientology's secretive reputation, compounded by high-profile defections and critiques from former members, has long fueled public fascination and suspicion. For Katie Holmes, already under intense scrutiny because of her relationship with Tom Cruise, joining the church added another layer of complexity to her public persona. Rumors circulated that her conversion was not entirely voluntary, but rather a necessary step to solidify her place in Cruise's life and world. Yet despite these murmurings, their wedding day appeared nothing short of magical. The couple's affection for each other was palpable throughout. From the loving glances they exchanged during the vows to their radiant smiles while posing for photos. The reception that followed was equally enchanting, filled with Italian gourmet cuisine, an elaborate wedding cake, and a night of dancing under the stars. Guests enjoyed top-tier wines and delicacies, with the celebration extending well into the night. However, the whispers of unease lingered even amidst the grandeur. The opulence of the wedding and the visible influence of Scientology raised ongoing speculation about the relationship's true dynamics. For some, this was more than just a wedding. It was a union of Hollywood glamour and the controversial world of Scientology, a fusion that would impact both Cruise and Holmes in profound ways. As they departed the castle and began their new life together, the couple seemed to have everything: wealth, a beautiful family, and a love celebrated in a spectacular fashion. But the doubts sown on that day would quietly take root, eventually contributing to the unraveling of their fairy tale romance. As Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes embarked on married life, what began as a seemingly perfect romance took on more complex undertones. Public fascination with the couple, initially inspired by their fairy tale love story, began to shift as concerns about control and controversy surfaced. Central to these issues was Cruz's deep, unwavering devotion to the Church of Scientology, an organization often mired in public scrutiny. Before marrying Holmes, Cruz had already gained notoriety as one of Scientology's most prominent advocates, regularly using his platform to praise its teachings and defend its practices. For him, Scientology was far more than a belief system. It was a fundamental part of his worldview and personal philosophy, shaping his decisions and guiding his life. Over time, he had become more vocal about the church's positive influence on his life and career. However, as their marriage progressed, reports began to hint at the extent of Scientology's influence within their household, suggesting it reached well beyond spiritual guidance. This raised questions about whether Holmes, who had been raised Catholic, was being encouraged or even pressured to conform to Cruz's world where Scientology played a central role. The suddenness of Holmes's conversion added to the speculation, leading many to wonder if it was truly a choice or a necessity. The idea that Holmes was being molded to fit into Cruz's Scientology-centered life led to ongoing concerns. Critics of the church speculated that Holmes was being groomed to embrace Scientology not only as a religion but as a comprehensive way of life, one that touched every aspect of existence. This perception of external pressure clouded the couple's relationship with a sense of unease and intensified the public's curiosity about the inner dynamics of their union. Over time, stories began circulating about the extent of control that Cruz allegedly exerted over Holmes. Reports from tabloids and mainstream media painted a troubling picture of isolation, with claims that Holmes was increasingly cut off from her friends and family, her phone and internet usage closely monitored, and her movements under constant watch, not only by her husband but also by the powerful organization he was deeply connected to. Observers noted a visible shift in Holmes's public demeanor. Once known for her vivacious personality and radiant smile, she appeared more subdued and reserved at public events. Her once frequent smiles became rare, replaced by a guarded expression, leading to speculation that the pressures of her marriage and intense public scrutiny were affecting her emotionally and psychologically. A particularly sensitive aspect of their marriage was the speculation surrounding the upbringing of their daughter, Suri. Many believed that the Church of Scientology had a vested interest in Suri's development, with rumors that she was being groomed to follow her father's path within the church. The secrecy surrounding Suri's early years only fueled speculation, with some questioning the church's influence over her education and lifestyle choices. Throughout this period, Holmes remained largely silent about her life within the marriage, adding to the intrigue that surrounded the couple. In a few rare interviews, however, she offered subtle glimpses into the challenges she was navigating. In one interview, she shared, "There was a lot of attention on me, and I had to figure out what was important and what wasn't. I had to prioritize my daughter and my own happiness." Though vague, her words hinted at a personal struggle, an effort to balance the intense pressures of her marriage and public life with her own well-being and her desire to protect her daughter. Holmes's quiet resilience eventually became a central theme in the public's perception of her, as many began to view her as someone determined to regain control of her life and protect her family, even amidst a whirlwind of external pressures. Despite the ongoing rumors and speculation, the true extent of Scientology's influence on Holmes and her marriage to Cruz remains unclear. Both Cruz and the Church of Scientology have consistently denied any allegations of control or undue influence. However, the persistent stories that surrounded their relationship over the years had a significant impact on the public's perception of the couple. As time passed, the narrative surrounding Cruz and Holmes transitioned from a glamorous Hollywood romance to a cautionary tale about power dynamics, control, and the potentially damaging effects of intense religious commitment on personal relationships. Every aspect of their lives was scrutinized, with many believing that the pressures of their marriage and the influence of Scientology eventually became too much for Holmes to endure. This chapter in their marriage not only altered how the public viewed Cruz and Holmes, but also sparked renewed discussions about power dynamics in high-profile relationships, especially when one partner is heavily involved in a controversial organization. It raised important questions about how love and personal autonomy can coexist when one partner's life is shaped by external forces, whether religious or otherwise. The divorce, a sudden and dramatic split. In June 2012, the world was shocked by the news that Katie Holmes had filed for divorce from Tom Cruise, bringing an end to their 5-year marriage. The announcement was a bombshell, not only because the couple had always appeared united in public, but also due to the surprising and secretive nature of Holmes's decision. It quickly became evident that this was no ordinary celebrity breakup. It was a carefully planned exit, executed with precision and foresight. The timing of the divorce filing was strategic. Holmes had chosen to file in New York City, a jurisdiction that would likely grant her favorable terms in terms of custody for their daughter, Suri. Behind the scenes, Holmes had been quietly laying the groundwork for her departure over several months. She had secretly rented an apartment in Manhattan, separate from the couple's lavish homes. This apartment served as her sanctuary, where she could plan her next moves away from the constant media attention and the looming influence of both Cruise and Scientology. Holmes's decision to file for sole custody of their daughter, Suri, was perhaps the most shocking aspect of the divorce. This move signaled that Holmes wasn't simply seeking a legal separation from Cruise, but also striving for autonomy and control over her daughter's upbringing, something that likely had been impossible during their marriage. The swift finalization of the divorce, just 11 days after the filing, suggested that Holmes's legal team had carefully anticipated every possible outcome and was prepared to act quickly to secure the best possible arrangement for her and Suri. The divorce settlement granted Holmes primary custody of Suri, with Cruise receiving generous visitation rights. While the outcome seemed amicable on the surface, it fueled widespread speculation about the true motivations behind Holmes's drastic and secretive actions. Many theories focused on Cruise's deep ties to the Church of Scientology, suggesting that his involvement with the church had played a pivotal role in Holmes's decision to leave. Rumors had circulated for years about the extent of Scientology's influence on Cruise's life, and by extension, his marriage. Many were concerned that the church's reach was extending to Suri's upbringing, and that Holmes, who was raised Catholic, had become increasingly uneasy about raising their daughter within the church. The secrecy and speed with which Holmes acted in finalizing the divorce led many to believe that she was taking a decisive stand to protect her daughter from the powerful organization, though neither Holmes nor Cruise ever publicly confirmed these motivations. The public reaction to the divorce was one of shock and intrigue. Media outlets around the world rushed to uncover the details of Holmes's meticulously planned escape, with many drawing comparisons to a Hollywood thriller. The story that emerged painted Holmes as a woman reclaiming her life and her child's future from the grip of a powerful, controlling force. She was hailed for her courage and foresight, with many admiring her ability to navigate such a complex and potentially dangerous situation with grace and determination. In the aftermath of the divorce, Holmes's public image underwent a dramatic transformation. Once seen primarily as Cruise's younger, passive wife, she was now viewed as a strong, independent woman who had taken bold steps to protect both her child and herself. The public's sympathy overwhelmingly leaned in favor of Holmes, especially as more details surfaced about the lengths she had gone to in order to ensure her and Suri's safety and privacy. Holmes's decision to take such decisive steps while maintaining a carefully guarded silence further solidified her image as a mother fiercely protecting her child from powerful external forces. Cruise, on the other hand, was reportedly blindsided by the divorce. Friends and insiders close to him suggested that he was genuinely shocked and heartbroken by Holmes's action, implying that he had been unaware of the depth of her unhappiness. The swift resolution of the divorce, which is uncommon in Hollywood where high-profile separations can drag on for months or even years, suggested that both parties wanted to avoid a prolonged public battle. For Cruise, the divorce marked a major turning point in his public life, inviting increased scrutiny of his relationship with Scientology and its apparent influence on his personal relationships. Despite the intense media interest, both Holmes and Cruise largely maintained a public silence about the details of their divorce. Holmes shifted her focus to raising Suri in New York, stepping out of the Hollywood limelight to provide a more stable and private life for her daughter. Cruise, meanwhile, continued his work in the film industry, but his personal life remained a topic of widespread speculation, particularly regarding his ongoing relationship with Scientology. The Holmes-Cruise divorce stands as one of the most analyzed and discussed celebrity breakups in recent history. It brought to light the hidden pressures that can accumulate within high-profile relationships, especially when powerful external influences such as religion or public image are involved. The speed and secrecy surrounding the split, paired with the dramatic circumstances under which it occurred, have ensured that this divorce will be remembered as a defining moment in both Tom Cruise's and Katie Holmes's lives. lives. For many, the divorce also became a broader commentary on the lengths to which individuals might go to protect their autonomy and the well-being of their children, even in the face of overwhelming power and influence. Holmes's actions were seen as a testament to the strength of a mother's love and her unwavering commitment to her child's future, no matter the personal cost. Viewed in this light, the Holmes-Cruz divorce is not just a story of a marriage ending, but one of a woman reclaiming her life and asserting her independence in the most public and consequential way. In the years following the divorce, Tom Cruise's professional life soared, seemingly untouched by the personal turmoil that had so publicly unfolded. The Mission Impossible series in particular played a pivotal role in cementing his reputation as one of Hollywood's most reliable and bankable stars. Each new installment of the franchise garnered both critical acclaim and commercial success, with Cruise's commitment to performing his own stunts further solidifying his image as one of the most dedicated actors in the industry. His willingness to push the boundaries of physical endurance, often at great personal risk, only added to the mystique that surrounds him. However, despite his cinematic triumphs, Cruise's public image remained a complex one, largely due to his deep ties to Scientology. The church, known for its secrecy and controversial practices, has been a central part of Cruise's life for decades. His unwavering support for Scientology has garnered both admiration and criticism. To his followers within the church, Cruise is viewed as a hero, a prominent figure who has brought attention and legitimacy to their cause. Yet to the broader public, his relationship with Scientology has often sparked questions about his personal life and the extent to which the church shapes his decisions. One more thing that is mysterious about Cruise's life is the fact that he is going through a difficult time with his daughter Suri. Reports indicate that he has not engaged in a significant amount of communication with Suri since the divorce. A great number of individuals believe that Holmes's departure from Scientology is to blame for this. According to some individuals, the fact that their father-daughter relationship is not as well known may be due to the fact that the church has a policy of disconnection, which entails cutting links with individuals who leave Scientology or criticize the institution. The fact that Cruise does not appear to have any connection to Suri has had a long-lasting impact on his public image, despite the fact that he has never discussed these rumors in public. Katie Holmes, on the other hand, diverged from her previous path after the breakup of her relationship. During the time that Cruise was in the public eye, Holmes made the decision to raise Suri in a more discreet manner. The fact that she made the decision to prioritize the well-being and contentment of her daughter over the glitz and glamour of Hollywood demonstrated that she had decided to alter her objectives on purpose. Given the circumstances, Holmes's determination to provide Suri with a childhood that was as normal as possible demonstrated how much she desired to provide her daughter with a sense of security and solitude that would be distinct from the celebrity and attention that she had experienced in her younger years. Both Holmes and Suri's life underwent significant transformations as a result of their decision to relocate to New York City. They desired to live a life that was less sensational and more private, away from the constant attention of the media that comes with being renowned in Hollywood movies. It has been stated by Holmes in interviews that she desires to bring up Suri in a peaceful and secure environment. It is something that she has stated in a number of interviews. "I want my daughter to have a stable and innocent childhood." This indicates that she is aware of the pressures that come with being the kid of two well-known people and wants to shield her daughter from those demands. Despite the fact that Holmes has continued to work toward a career in the entertainment industry, she has become more selective about the projects that she accepts. She is now concentrating on initiatives that are more in accordance with her own ideals, and she has reduced the number of high-profile assignments that she has taken on. One film that serves as an excellent example is All We Had, 2016, which was her debut film as a director and in which she also appeared as an actor. Considering that Holmes is a mother herself, the film, which is about the relationship between a mother and her daughter, struck a chord with her. In addition, Holmes has been in a number of films and television shows. Yet, she has always managed to strike a balance between her career and her primary role as a mother, ensuring that neither function takes precedence over the other. Holmes has evolved as a person, going beyond her work and becoming a symbol of independence and strength. She has gone beyond her work. Many people have been motivated by her path, particularly women who see it as a reflection of their own struggles to achieve independence and a sense of self-worth. Fans and the general public alike applauded Holmes for her ability to maintain her composure and strength, as well as for not allowing her relationship with Cruise to define who she is. The fact that she was able to create a new, robust life for herself and her daughter, free from the demands of Scientology and Hollywood, is regarded as a significant indication of her personal development and determination. The story of Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes demonstrates that real people with real lives frequently face difficult challenges, make difficult choices, and experience outcomes that are not always straightforward to see. It is demonstrated in the film that popularity, wealth, and physical attractiveness do not shield anyone from the challenges that are associated with love, family, and strong beliefs. When their daughter Suri Cruise is getting closer to reaching the age of majority, the narrative takes a turn that nobody saw coming all along. When Suri, who is 18 years old, disclosed the information, she validated the rumors that have been circulating for a considerable amount of time regarding her family. In a moment that is unique to her, she recounts the story from her perspective, providing insights and details that can only be told by her. I would appreciate it if you could view the movie that is showing on the screen right now before you depart.